Hey, here we are tonight, lifestyle investing, where we invest base off our lifestyle to build
it up.
that future lifestyle. Mike, myself, Vladi's into his house. We're talking about ADUs, mother-in-laws, and how to utilize single-family houses to profit even more.
Yeah, so, man, I think it's huge. Actually, every single-family house I've ever built, actually. Before, most people in the city weren't even doing this at the time, and I've been big on this since I first started building. You know.
So explain step by step, how does it work?
So you basically,
what made you do that?
What made me do that? I got advice from an architect of mine. He says, "Hey man, I've seen these things."
How old were you?
I was 21.
21, guys.
And I remember getting this advice, like, this sounds like a great idea. And at first, I kind of went with it, and you basically just find a portion of the house where you could give them. My first house, what it was the whole main part of the house in the front. There's a little walkway to the garage area. And on top of the garage, I had this ADU unit. So it was separate entrance, and I had a separate door from the side that you could put exterior locks on, and you could literally block that person from your house.
Was it already separated? Were the past owners already renting it out to someone else?
Well, no. This is new construction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so everything I build, I always try to incorporate a separate area of the house where you could put an exterior lock, or if you don't need it, maybe it's your mother-in-law, maybe it's actually your mother-in-law, maybe it's maybe you're a parent, maybe your kid's a college student. And you don't want them, running around the house, their friends, drinking beer on the couch while you're trying to have friends over having some wine. So you kind of separate it from the house. But what's big with Seattle now, with Airbnb now, with all these these programs we have, and especially with rent, people are so used to living close to other people in the city, especially. My last two houses, I put actually two separate 2-bedroom ADUs. They each had 2 bedrooms, they had their own kitchens, their own washer dryers.
Wait, so you had the house and then 2 separate ADUs?
Underneath, yeah. So basically so I put them at from the backyard. I'd have to show it, but I basically had this 2 apartments, 2 separate entrances, and on top of them sat this 4,000 square house.
That's amazing.
And I had 2 of them directly next to each other. Both of them sold right away, like this, and both the guys are actually told me they're planning. One guy's using it fully as an Airbnb primarily. He doesn't even live in Washington. Primarily Airbnb-ing things out. It's not too far from the city. Actually North Beacon Hill. And then the other one, it's just I think it was an EB5. The girl's a young Asian girl.
You got to explain EB5.
EB5 is a program where depending on what part of town you invest in, if you invest $1 million or $500,000 in a poor town. What happens is you get a visa for somebody in your family. If you're down in China or you have one of your kids is a student. International. So she bought it. She told me she was going to primarily use the bottom as a rental, both of them, and she estimated they'll cut 30% of her mortgage.
Whoa.
Yeah. Which is it goes a long way, man. On a $1.2 million house, 30% of your mortgage cut. And the thing is, you don't have any access to these people. If you put nice soundproofing, nice insulation, get it nice, well insulated, and you make sure to just give them separate parking instead of blocking your driveway. If you plan it right, you really don't see these people, and you have this nice home there, and you have them on a month-to-month lease or a year lease, whatever it is. That's right.
And what makes it legal as far as the zoning is that there's a door that does connect the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So you just have a lock on that door.
Exactly.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So it's a good way to do it, and people love it. I mean, I've never had an issue. The reason all my single family houses, pretty much every single one is sold, within a week, and that was permitted. The huge selling point. I haven't seen too many other people take advantage of that, but it goes a long way.
Dude, that's right in your wheelhouse. That would be perfect for what I believe is your style of real estate investing.
Exactly.
Just to have 3 renters in one house that's an SS. Like
that's
right. You can get with a zero.
As long as you plan it right, you're never going to be. You don't even need to interact with them. I mean, it's a beautiful way. If you plan it right, separate parking, they're away from you, and guess what? They're paying off your house for you.
Yeah, right.
It's true. You live for free, baby.
Yeah.
You live for free.
It works.
Yeah, I love that idea. So, when you build one of these houses, and then you kind of use that as a selling point.
Yeah.
What are some of the numbers that you put down? So, if you have $1 million house, will you be like, hey, this house can generate $3,000 worth of income, $4,000? How do you structure that out?
It's kind of that's difficult to say because to me, I just go off the value. Once I get the appraised value, I just show them to them as it. I do show them comparables in rent. Say, hey, look, this is what you could rent for. You don't have to. And I don't go crazy on the market side of that alone. I
Well, I
think
guess most of your buyers aren't investors, then, right?
no, they're not. Not.
Right.
I mean, it's some of them I guess are, but no, I've never even been. None of them have thoroughly asked me about the rent. None of them have really. I've told them, hey, look, this place on the street is ready for this. You could use it. I don't. Some of them shrug it off. Some of them say, hey, we're gonna try it. I haven't followed up with many of them. I want to follow up with the Airbnb guy.
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting thing to see how much
Insane.
Airbnb is generated, because I know Airbnb can bring you some pretty good money.
Yeah, when you're charging a couple $100 a night.
Yeah,
or whatever,
it's a hotel basically.
Yeah.
You know.
It is.
You gotta make some
so-
breakfast.
Yeah, you
Right.
know, that's fine.
Little Pop-Tart.
I'll make some eggs. I'll make some eggs for $1,000.
Yeah, exactly. Those are expensive eggs.
Sure,
Yeah.
some
You know what I'm
chickens
saying?
in the bag.
It's the Vladi special, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Russian style.
The Russian style.
All right, guys. Hey, we're gonna wrap up. But yeah, that's another way to invest, another source
Yeah.
of income that you can take advantage
Amazing.
of. ADUs, mother-in-laws, Airbnb. The list goes on and on. Vladi, smart dude.